Hello fellow journey runners, this is the winter series and this is episode 4 of the 4 episodes that I am doing to help us get through these winter weathers, especially if you live where I live in New England. This specific video is going to be talking about how do we stay motivated during these winter times when it's super cold, it's snowing or it's cold rain, the wind is blowing. Also, this isn't just about winter running. This is how you can stay motivated at any time of the season, no matter what the situation is. If you're ready, let's get started. Hi, my name is Angelo, and this channel is dedicated to those who want to start running or who want to take their running to that next level. All the episodes lead to this. We've got the proper clothing. We know how to run in the winter. We're able to counteract if we don't have a track because it's covered in snow. But now, how do we stay motivated? I'm going to go through steps that we can do. So, step 1, do not become sluggish. And what do I mean by that? I talk about this in all of my social media. There are 3 ingredients to making sure that we are not sluggish and we're ready to perform at high levels. And that is making sure we're hydrated, we're well rested, and we're well nutritioned. Having those 3 key things in place will make sure that we're ready for the day to come. But sometimes that's just not enough. It's not that we're sluggish. We're mentally like, ugh, I don't want to go out there and run. So what do? Tip number 2. Now this one's going to sound strange, but stick with me here for a second. One of the things that happens is mentally we think about all the bad things that are going to happen in that run. We're going to slip and fall, or it's too cold. The amount of excuses can be many. Tip number 2, I'm saying give up. Now, what do I mean by give up? I don't mean don't go for a run. What I mean is to let go of the expectation of what your run is going to be. How about this? What if I just run 1 mile and I run it really easy? I can do that, and at least I can say I did something. Alter it, let it go. Maybe your run is not going to be a speed workout today. Maybe it's just to go out there and run. And maybe it's not out there to run 10 miles, but maybe we could just go out there and run 5. And what I usually find is where I let myself go, I let myself free of the expectation, and I just get out there and move. Then I usually find that, yeah, I'll start with 5, but once I get going, I find that I end up doing the entire workout anyways. So give up, let it go, and just reduce your expectations and watch what magic will happen. If you like the tips that you're getting so far in this video, make sure to hit the like button. Tip number 3. So, we're not sluggish. We have let go, but we still don't feel like we want to go out there for 5 miles. We don't want to go out there. Nope, don't want to do it. Okay. How about this? I'm going to tell you to just put on your running shoes. That's it. Next step, just put your running shoes on. Just tie them up. See what happens. Let's see if that stimulates you wanting to go outside. Tips 1, 2, and 3 haven't helped yet. Tip number 4. I just want you to move. So what I first want you to do is walk for 1 minute. Just walk for 1 minute. And if you still don't feel motivated to go running, then I want you to walk 4 more minutes. If after 4 more minutes of walking, you are still not convinced of going out there and running your complete workout, or even doing the reduced 5 miles or whatever is your reduced mileage is or time, then I want you to jog for 1 minute. And after 1 minute of jogging, if you're still not convinced of going to do it, then I want you to jog for 4 more minutes. If after 4 minutes you are still not convinced, go out there and run for 1 minute. And after running for 1 minute, you are now going to run for 4 minutes. Yes, do it, please. Just go out there and do it. If you have done this so far, you have completed 15 minutes, you've walked 5 minutes, you have jogged for 5 minutes, and now you have ran for 5 minutes. And at the end of 15 minutes, if you're still not convinced to go out there and run, then go home. Now you have permission to go home because you tried motivating yourself, and today's just not the day, just go home. There's nothing wrong with that. There are some days we just need to be home and rest. Do you have tips on running in the winter? Please let me know. Leave a comment. I love to hear it. Okay, so those are the steps, but there are a couple more tricks we can do. We can actually now have an accountability partner who's keeping track of your runs and making sure that you're going out there, that you have to call into and be like, hey, or at least put your workouts there so that they can see them, and then you can have conversations. Having accountability partners will help us in staying motivated, because one thing we don't want to do is have to tell somebody that we didn't do it. And it must be a good accountability partner, not one that's going to go easy on you. In addition to an accountability partner, you could have a running partner, which is tough during these times of COVID. But if you can find somebody who will run with you or walk with you or just get you out there, then that will help even better. Having somebody you can run with and somebody who can empathize with your situation in the weather you may be facing will be so much better. If you're liking this video so far, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. And feel free to explore any other videos that may help you on your running journey. Another tip that I have is to adjust your plan. In the winter times, if you know it's going to be tough to run for you because you're in this lovely weather, then one thing you can do, plan your season accordingly. During this time, I'm usually working on my resting and recovery, and I'm building up. So I'm not doing my intense workouts at this time of the season. Usually I'm building up and working on my form and doing other things that will maintain my ability to run stronger once the spring weather comes into play. The other tip again is to make sure that you know how to run in the winter, and I have that video here, and also making sure you have the right clothes, which I have the video right here as well. Having the right type of clothes in this season is so important because it will determine whether you're comfortable or not. And if you know you're going to be uncomfortable going out there, your brain's going to tell you, hey, how about we just cuddle underneath this blanket just for today? And then it turns into just for tomorrow. Well, having the right clothing, making sure that you're going to be comfortable while you're out there, and making sure you have a warm-up. My idea is to do my warm-up inside a building so that I am nice and warm, so when I step out there, I'm not hit by a lot of cold. My body is still keeping me warm, and I have the proper clothing on me. So out of all the tips, this is probably one that I hope doesn't happen to you. But if you're consistently not able to go out there and run, and your motivation is going kaput, then I would say you may want to look at mental burnt out. If you're consistently saying to yourself, tomorrow, or maybe not today, or later on. I get it. It's not fun to run in this weather. I don't enjoy it myself, although I've been a New Englander for most of my life. There's nothing better for me than to go out there in the hot sun and just run nice and free and not have to worry about freezing. But I have to deal with the weather as it is and take it in. And I really look at it as an opportunity to improve my running, and that keeps me motivated. But if I feel that I am consistently not wanting to go out there, then I'm going to change my plan. And I'm going to think about how am I thinking about things mentally. Because mentally, I want to be hungry throughout the entire season. So I may, instead of running, take it back a notch and start walking and just do that. Eventually, hopefully, things will start kicking in and I will want to go back out there and run. Hopefully, I never get into the situation. Hopefully, you never get into that situation. But if you're consistently telling yourself that you don't want to get out there and do it, and you physically and actually don't, there's a difference between not wanting to and going to do it, and those who don't want to do it and who don't actually do it. Those who don't want to do it and don't do it, then you may need to reassess your plan and redo your expectations for the year. That way you can start your next season ready to go and you feel confident of where you are when you start your new season. So there you have it. How do we stay motivated during any time, especially during these winter times if you're in New England, and I hope these tips help. So until next time, happy running.